So, good evening and welcome to the EMRT orientation session of the masterclass. And before we start talking about EMRT, मुझे ना आप सबसे एक चीज पूछनी है. What is the biggest concern when it comes to your healings, whether it is for yourself or for your clients? सबसे ज़्यादा क्या problem आती है? See, I know for a fact, like Anjali, you've been into the healing field for a long time. Uh, Tarot and other methodologies, PLR. Madhvi ji, you've been into healing. शिल्पा you've been using healing for self work. सोनिया जी आप करते आ रहे हैं. So सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स आपकी क्या आती है? What are the problems that you face?
It takes time at times, but also, um, let's say we think the problem is solved.
Right.
But then 3, 4 years down the line, the problem, when the same person come back, you do the healing, you see it again. So I thought it was dealt with,
But
but the,
it reverses back,
yeah,
right? So two things.
yes.
So Anjali has raised 2 points. Number one, healing takes time. Number two, healing reverses back after some period of time. What are the problems? Yes, Shilpa.
To follow many modalities becomes very overwhelming. It happens, we follow it for few days, but after some time सब कुछ follow कर पाना tough हो जाता है,
So,
and then you miss out on something.
okay, so multiple methodologies create a lot of confusion and a lot of time consumption.
Yes,
Can't follow it regularly because it makes you feel very overwhelmed. So after a few days, you give up on it.
yes.
Right, great. What else? Who else? और कौन है यहाँ पे healing अपने लिए करता है, clients के लिए करता है? Would you like to add on to your points here? How does it harm you? How does it stop you from healing well?
Sometimes when the effect, for example, I've not gone out of my house to heal anybody. For example, I may heal my husband, myself, or my parents, say, for example.
हाँ.
Sometimes what happens is um, you start self-doubting ki, will I be able to do justice to my own people? Maybe somebody else who's not related to you, you're
हाँ.
able to heal properly because you think I will be able to do. But because you're not able to what do you say, divide your personal emotional, because you go out of your way and start healing them, and and suddenly sometimes you forget to cut cords, and you realize that next day you are having the same ailments, or you've gone through that same thing.
Okay.
So that is one thing which is uh I noticed it, and then immediately I think after a point of time I was like, अरे कल मम्मी को हाथ दर्द कर रहा तो वही हाथ मेरा आज दर्द कर रहा है. And then you realize, oh, I didn't cut cords, which is a standard procedure for any healing format, that after you do healing of anybody, cut cord. But you get so involved and engrossed when it's personal people or somebody you see in too much pain, you forget to cut cords with them.
So Shilpa added कि we forget to cut cords with them. We become very attached to results. And without seeing how much energy or healing is needed, we go full on into things without kind of being able to gauge what is the right amount of healing needed. Sometimes overpoweringly ज़्यादा healing हो जाती है. Sometimes you heal very less. And Vandana has added in the chat that it sometimes feel like with multiple methodologies, we've not touched the roots and a lot of chaos opens up which you can't integrate. Which is very fair enough, because when you start, too many roots open up, one or two areas will always go overlooked or neglected. ये होता है. Anything else that you all want to add? It doesn't matter whether you're self healers or you're professional healers. Anybody else wants to add anything here? Guys, apart from this, do you all also realize that when we heal using many other methodologies, we do connect cords? We ourselves, no matter how much cord cutting and all we do, sometimes we leave ourselves open to healing because of one small factor. And the factor is that the same root or the same problem resides within you and me. So you're healing somebody else's pain and trauma about abuse, about parental neglect. but there is a wound of parental neglect which is unhealed within you. तो वो जो एक cord है वो हमेशा निकलेगा. And yes, Avdut is very right. It might drain your energy. Because when you heal, your energy is being drained. See, all of these are problems which you're all facing right now in the current reality. But this is not how healing necessarily has to be. And that's where EMRT actually comes in. So, before we truly go into the methodology of EMRT and how it helps, I want to talk more about the healing spectrum and how it impacts us. So, number one, it is possible for you to heal a person in a shorter period of time. Healing does not necessarily have to be 3 years, 4 years, or 10 years down the line. For some issues, it might be, it might take a little longer, but for most smaller issues, healing can happen quite instantaneously. For example, somebody who's not being able to sit on the floor or cross-legged on the ground for the last 10 years can sit on the ground within 2 to 3 settings or sessions. Somebody who's carrying ancestral curses can release themselves of ancestral curses in one single session also. And the best part is, where here I would like to take Shilpa's point that, Vandana's point that too many methodologies create a lot of confusion and time, wastage of time. You don't need to use multiple methodologies. I would again like to come here back to Shilpa's point. You don't need to connect cords with them because you're not the healer. The healing is done by the divine source. And another point that I want to add here very, very strongly. When you heal others, you automatically, with this methodology, heal the same root within yourself. Because the technique in itself has the statement or the command which heals the seed from within you so that it heals from within the others. Therefore, in every healing that you will do, instead of connecting cords, you will be healing any pattern, similar or same, from any root cause or any point of origin within yourself as well. This is how essentially healing should be. Remember, we all know about Ho'oponopono. And what is the crux of Ho'oponopono? Anything that comes into your experience is a part of your own reality. Which means that nothing that comes to you is not going to be found in you. It is going to be found within you somewhere or the other. Therefore, EMRT puts that into account, bringing or bridging in two individuals or two consciousnesses to heal them together. Now, first of all, before we move forward, let me tell everybody, EMRT is a relatively new technique. It is a technique that was created or inspired based on another training that I did. And as I started practicing and putting that into action on my students and my clients, slowly and steadily, a totally different methodology came out of it. Today, this method can actually deal with any kind of traumas that you might be facing or living with. Hello, Shashiji, long time. Good to see you. So, the one thing is there, no matter where you go and what do you do, whatever you do, EMRT is a tool that can support you in any field of trauma. Now, what do you understand by trauma? आपके लिए trauma क्या है? How would you define trauma to me? Don't go into a scientific or a technical language. In your basic understanding, trauma क्या होता है? What is trauma?
Could be
One
loss of somebody close,
that
dear.
creates pain.
Okay, something that creates pain, Shilpa.
One incident in past which has memories also. So
Any past incident that leaves a memory behind. Okay, Shilpa Shetty.
Yeah, so I think I was also going the same direction. Loss of a loved one, sometimes something that has happened in the past, some incident that you've seen that leaves a mark, something that you are going through due to the environment in your, hostile environment in your office or at work. Trauma can be caused by various features. I mean, sometimes you see something happen right in front of you and you feel, oh God, I never thought something like this. I would have never seen something like this. All these things cause trauma.
Trauma. But now tell me one thing, and Abdut says anything that goes against your will is also trauma. But I want to ask everybody a question. Two people might get taunted or bullied or teased in the office. For one person, it would create trauma. For the other, it would create strength. What is the difference between the two people?
The emotions that reside within one person.
No, if you tease anybody, anybody is going to get upset. There is a difference there, a very stark difference. What is the biggest difference? Yes, Anjali?
How we receive it. It depends a lot on our genetics. I mean, in the frame we've been brought up, and so it's the imprint in us that when we see this triggers that reaction in us.
Okay, so you all are saying DNA, imprinting, environmental conditioning, but no, one of the biggest thing that makes it different and in the practical reality is, do you have the resource to deal with it? Which means what? Trauma only occurs when something happens that your brain and thinks the body and the mind is not capable of dealing with. And that is also why something very big might happen in your life and you might not be traumatized at all. But the smaller things in your life create more trauma. For example, somebody coming and saying no to you or somebody talking to you in a slightly loud volume might create more trauma than an actual financial crisis. Because somewhere or the other, the brain is equipped to deal with financial crisis because of your DNA, your conditioning, whatever you've gone through, your skills, your own personal and ancestral blessings, skills, gifts, everything. But when it comes to the small things in your reality, the brain does not perceive that it has the resources to deal with it. And if you go back into life, whenever you felt traumatized, you've realized two things. Number one, you're helpless. You felt helpless. You felt as if you could not deal with the situation in hand. And you felt alone. You felt lonely, as if nothing, no one there could help you deal with it. Shilpa, go back to the time where you lost your mom in the recent. Anjali, go back to that episode we talked about that happened in January. Dr. Rupa, go back to the time when you fractured your arm, when you hurt your arm and shoulder. If you all go back to the time, Suruchi, go back to the time when your dad was unwell. How did you all feel? How did it make you feel, guys?
So it was
Quite
moments of
Yes.
sorry.
Yes. What else?
It's a portion where a part of you is quite void because you don't know what to do. Your life revolved. If, for example, with my mom's cancer, my life revolved around that. I was 1/8/21. My life was everything about the first Saturday, the eighth day, day of the month, and the 21st day of the month. Everything was about it. So there was a schedule, and that void suddenly for 3 months on a Saturday, and after mummy went, we did her, final rites and came back. The only thing that I was like, first Saturday, I was sitting and thinking, what am I doing?
So a stagnancy, a void, an emptiness, isolation.
Yes, the void, isolation, the lost feeling, you don't know, you are very disoriented. I would get up suddenly and start in the middle of the night, start walking in the house and pacing in the house, scared, not knowing what happened. And my husband said, why are you walking? I said, I don't know what is happening. I
Yes,
couldn't
absolutely.
figure out, like, I thought I was going to lose my, I mean, for somebody who's very strong with the willpower and stuff like that, I thought I would lose my mind. And that was crazy.
And see, that is where trauma healing comes in. And I think I'm not going to go to Anjali or Shilpa anymore, because between Dr. Rupa, Shilpa, and Shashiji, who's added some comments in the chat where she says we become very vulnerable, I think you've covered it all. See, guys, trauma is something that happens to us in the smallest situations or the biggest factors. What makes it different of how we deal with trauma is only and only our DNA, our upbringing, our environmental conditioning, our genetics, our epigenetics, and our own karmic imprints from the past life and from the present life. और कुछ फर्क नहीं होता है, सब कुछ same होता है. But the fact is, somewhere or the other, you and I have to take a call and resolve ourselves of this trauma, because if this trauma continues in this lifetime and is not resolved by the end of this lifetime, it is going to become a trauma not only for your next life as a karmic baggage, it's also going to become a trauma for your ancestral lineage, because it's going to pass to your children and then to your children's children. And then that vicious loop is going to find somebody else to come and heal it. So, doesn't matter from where your trauma stems or where the imprint goes, it has to be healed. Now, do we all agree that though trauma is created or experienced in this lifetime, the root of the trauma is not in this lifetime necessarily? Right? So, if whoever wants to answer will raise their hand for this. Where does the root go? What are all the possibilities of the trauma roots going back to? Those who are putting on the chat, put your answers on the chat. Those who yes, Shilpa Shetty.
It just starts settling in our body only, somewhere in our subconscious.
Where is it rooted? Where is your experience of trauma rooted? So see, one thing we all have to understand, nothing in this life happens to you because of chance. Life is all about clearing and balancing your karma. हम karma ही pay off करने आए हैं ना? So that means anything that you're going through is going to come from somewhere, reflect from some part of you that has been in existence beyond today, beyond this
Then
life.
it will be soul.
Okay, so the soul imprints or the karmic imprints. Let's call them your karmic, past life karmic imprints. What else? So we've got childhood trauma, perfect. We've got childhood roots, past life roots, womb conditioning. What else, guys? Womb conditioning. Apart from this, और कहाँ से आता है? Genetics, the X and Y chromosome. Ancestry, which means the lineages that we are born into. Then, along with that, also somewhere or the other, epigenetics or the environment. And now, where does this trauma get stored? Now, here I'll take Shilpa's answer when she says it goes deep within our body. But where does all the trauma get stored? Which layers of your body, of your being, does the trauma get stored in? Your cellular memory. Thank you, Shashiji. Body organs. Thank you, Boski. Anjali, cells. Okay. What else? बस इतना ही. Cells and body organs तो दो parts है. Where else does it go?
I think in the lower chakras of your body.
Okay, chakra system 3. Where else?
Mental body, subconscious,
Mental body.
subconscious mind,
Your subconscious, unconscious memories. Where else? Heart organs में आ जाएगा. Neurons will come in your brain anatomy, mind and brain. Fascia. Where else? Guys, your emotional trauma, your emotions, your etheric body, your auric body, your magnetic body.
It will also stay in our ethereal and your.
We've already talked about
We did.
it. Now, I am asking you all one question. If you had to clear all these bodies, starting very back from the ancestral and your past life karma, going back to your auric, how many tools will you be using if we talk about today? No, Anjali, limbic brain does not have any storage memory. It totally works on commands given by the brain, by the cognitive and the reptilian brain. So, how many tools would you be using? I want all of you to make a list. Let's see kitne tools nikal kar aate hain. So note down these areas in your notebooks, please. Ancestral. So we are talking about if you want to heal your roots, your ancestry, what techniques would you use? Then make a list. Just note down these areas first, and I'll give you all 2 minutes. So, ancestry, karmic memory, then your womb, your DNA, environment, epigenetics. लिखते जाओ, मैं लिखा रही हूँ. Cellular memory, memory stored in the organs, chakras, meridians, mind or your brain, your emotional body, your etheric body, your blood, muscles, auric body, and magnetic body. And please don't ask me to repeat this list because I'm just going about it verbatim. I would also have to go back to the recording and refer to it. Now, whatever your experience and your expertise is, जो भी कुछ आपने सीखा है, उसके बेसिस पे इसकी एक लिस्ट बना दो. Oh, thank you, Sushma ji. Sushma ji has given me the entire list and I shall share it with all of you. God bless you. You missed two, doesn't matter. You've got most. That was a very quick one. Now, based on your expertise, your learning, जो कुछ आपको आता था, जो आपने सीखा है आज तक, इसको add कर दो. Now see how many and then count the total number of tools you would use to clear one pattern from all these areas. And please give me a number. And please remember, इस आंसर के लिए कोई right and wrong नहीं है because this is totally based on your learning and your experience. How many tools would you need? So Ruchita says, I can use access consciousness. And yes, Ruchita, you can, but access consciousness also has certain limitations. I am not an access bars practitioner, so I would not be able to guide you on this. But recently, in the last 6 months, I've had many clients referred to me by access consciousness masters or experts who have not been able to solve certain cases. And I have been able to solve them through EMRT. But as I'm not sure about it, I cannot really talk about the science behind it or why it does not work out. So Sushma ji has given me a list: EFT, Ho'oponopono, Chakra, Shadow, Inner Child, Womb Healing, Karma Healing, DNA Healing, Reiki, Pranic Healing, PLR, Akashic Records, Access Consciousness, and many more. How many tools, Boski, how many tools would you have to use? You can unmute yourself if you want.
These are all different kinds of healing.
No, they are not. They are actually a place. See, basically, when we get hurt somewhere, the imprint of that hurt is stored across so many parallel realities or parts of us. Now, for all of these parts, we don't need to heal in a separate space. We can heal from one single tool so that in simultaneously it can heal across all points of origins, no matter where they are stored. And there is a difference between points of origin and the root causes. The root cause is essentially the cause that created the matter, but the point of origin is the first thought or the first seed from where the entire situation originated or the karma originated. Essentially, we are not talking about different methodologies here when we are making this long list of ancestral DNA, womb, karmic. We are talking about all the imprints that create or that actually create our reality around one episode of our life. देखो, एक चीज बताओ. If suppose somebody comes and gives you a slap, would it make you feel an emotion? Why, when you feel an emotion, what is the thought behind that emotion or that slap? Why did they hit me? It is so wrong. I am feeling like a victim. They are a villain. How can they do this? All of that comes, no? So it's already creating a thought and it's already creating an emotion. Now, when it creates a thought and an emotion, does it come into our behavior? Now, whenever we'll see them, we'll resist them, or we might not like to talk to them. We might just be a little cold to them. है ना? So psychology aa gaya. Now, when we are vibrating at something, when we are emoting something, does the culture of the blood change? Blood becomes acidic because the limbic brain is now told that, you have to protect yourself. So it starts secreting hormones and chemicals which are going to create stress in the body. So the blood culture will change. If your blood culture changes, will your body start vibrating at the same emotion or the same frequency? So the physicality of the body changes. Now, somewhere, wherever there is anger or pain stored, in the same area, this pain will also be magnetized. It will be pulled inside your life. So suppose you've got in your childhood or in some other lifetime, you felt pain and that pain is suppose stored in your ankle. So once again, all the pain of this slap will go and again store itself around the ankle. And if there is no place in the ankle, it will go to the soles of the foot or maybe towards the calf muscles. So cellular memory and organ memory is created. Now, where the ankle is storing pain. Now, where did you first experience the pain? It could have been a past life unresolved imprint. It could have been an imprint of where your mother was hurt somewhere while she was pregnant with you or with her first child, whichever came first. It could be there. It could come from your ancestral lineage where one generation of ancestors had to go through a period of trauma due to some kind of a collective problem like a famine or a flood or a war situation. So now it goes back there. So you see, one episode can have multiple roots at the same time. And what we are talking essentially is about if I want to deal with all these roots together in this moment, what all do I need to use to delete them? Because as Anjali said, no, a lot of problems we feel that they are healed, but 3-4 years down the line, they come back again. Why does this happen? Because somewhere a couple of roots or one single root got left behind. तो आपने हाथी तो छोड़ दिया, उसकी पूंछ अभी भी आपके हाथ में है. So essentially, you're still holding on to the elephant. Guys, how many tools did you all make a list of? It doesn't matter if you know all of them, but how many tools? And do you also understand how much time would it take to essentially then heal one problem? And that is why healers say time lagta hai, because they have to go through a journey of so many tools to heal one small problem in your life or in anybody's life. But the fact is, healing does not have to be so troublesome, truly speaking. Healing can be very, very quick. And very honestly, I will share two of my personal experiences with EMRT, because of which I chose to practice EMRT in the first place. I had initially gone there just out of curiosity. I wanted to know what it was about. So I went there. And the time I went there, I was facing three very big problems, actually. The first problem was my left shoulder was frozen. And doctors did not consider it to be a frozen shoulder because it could move in the front and towards the side. They said a frozen shoulder means zero mobility, but because your hand can move in the front and towards both the sides, we won't consider it frozen, just because you can't push it up and you can't push it at the back. For almost 1.5 years, I was struggling with this problem. And no amount of Akashic healing or theta or anything helped me. It would, as Anjali said, it would go away, come back, go away, come back. I tried 2 sessions of PLRT with a very close friend of mine also. Usme bhi, again, it would just roll back in after a month or so. And this pain actually started happening in 2023 when I started writing Mokshpat. So something got triggered while writing it. In fact, those of you who attended the retreat would remember I would never push my hand up. I could not do that. So that was the pain that I was going through even then. So when I went for my training on the first day, my mentor said that he would like to do a few demos. And as we were doing the demo, I said, please, can you help me with my shoulder? So he did a sitting for me at that time for about half an hour to 40 minutes, and then another sitting the next day, second day of my program. And 90% of my mobility came back within those 2 settings, which was very, very impossible for me. My love, for me to move my hand like this, and this is my left hand, by the way, was like a painful trauma. I can move it today very happily. I couldn't at that time. Right now, my hand mobility is complete and I can do whatever work without any kind of pain or a pull or push effect. The second thing that happened, again, is known to all my older community members. I've always talked about an ancestral curse which I have been struggling with for the last 3-4 years. As per this curse, although this comes from my maternal side of the family, and my nani, my maternal grandmother, my mother, and I, all three were suffering from it. The curse was given by a male member because the women of their family did not know gratitude for whatever was coming into their life through their providers. So the curse was, till you don't learn gratitude, you will become responsible and understand how hard it is to provide for the family. Because of which, at a certain age, this pattern would get triggered, and first my nani, then my mom, then me took over the running of the household, from income to everything. So we were talking about this, and he said that, you can resolve all curses. I said, if I can clear out all curses, how about this one? And he said, okay, let's try it. And we did the healing 5 to 7 minutes, because he did it. I did not, by the way. 5 to 7 minutes. And within 7 minutes, he said, it's done. Now you see the difference. From the very next day, the bills that came to me became less. Today, I no longer have to take care of all the expenses as I was. The expenses have reduced by almost 50 to 70% today. The healing happened about a year back. So from a year till now, I've not been responsible for much. This happened exactly in July last year. The third thing that changed a lot for me, and that makes a lot of difference to my life, is in my astrological horoscope, there was a pattern of Cancer, which was supposed to hit in 2025. This was there in my horoscope, and I had been told about this by astrologers earlier on. And they had only told me that, you get so-and-so puja done, this done, that done. So when I went to my mentor, I asked him, I said, can I heal the impact of a planetary disturbance or my karma with EMRT? And he said, yep, go ahead, do it. And I tried doing that. I started healing around this in January this year. 2025. And we just checked, I think last week on Saturday or Sunday, I checked the Gochar of October 2025, when this pattern would be at its peak, the worst. And you know what? The planetary situation had changed. The houses in which the planets were sitting had shifted, along with the nakshatra and the dashas during that phase. So now the situation had changed, and according to even astrology, that illness would not come into play. So I can just tell you all one thing, that EMRT has given me very wonderful results. Though many of you here have experienced it, I'm not going to ask you all to share your experiences if you're not comfortable. This is a very personal healing, and you have to choose if you'd like to share your breakthroughs or not. From my end, there is no pressure to share. So if anybody would like to share, they can. One thing I have learned through EMRT is EMRT mein there is only one thing you can't do through EMRT yet, which is to create a protection shield. Apart from that, whether it is auric tears, whether it is impact of planets, whether it is impact of any root of any karma, multiple roots, you not only heal your client, you also heal yourself at the same time of that root. There is no cord cutting required because you don't do the healing. The healing, you invoke your Isht to do the healing for you. You simply direct the right intention and witness the healing happening. So it is one of the most safe space, whether it is ancestral healing or womb healing or any kind of healing, EMRT can deal with it. Recently, I've been helping 2 or 3 students work around their finances, specifically finances. One of my students also had a fear of death. She would always feel as if she was standing at the edge of a cliff and jumping down. Another student had this very, very core fear of being lost. And she says, no matter where I go, even if I'm sitting at home, I start feeling, what if I get lost? So apart from these, of course, body aches and pains, any kind of physical troubles, entity attachments, black magic, roots of black magic, any form of trauma, whether it is from this lifetime or from another, anything and everything can be healed through EMRT. EMRT essentially is a technique which works on your electric, magnetic, and your emotional field, but mainly on your magnetic and emotional fields. So the etheric body and the magnetic body. See, tell me one thing. What creates your magnetic field? I don't go on the scientific way, go the logical way. What creates your magnetic field? How do you magnetize things to you? Your thoughts and emotions, right? But more than your thoughts, your emotions, because your thoughts are only centered in your brain, your emotions are all across the body. Your emotions travel across bodies, they are stored in your organs, they are stored in your cellular memory. They create your emotional or the etheric field. Now, when you want to heal your emotional and etheric field, you need to have a tool which specializes in not just mapping of the emotion, but resetting the emotion from all the layers it is stored in simultaneously, which means peeling off layer after layer immediately in that one session. And that is what EMRT does. It works on your magnetic field and it works on your etheric field, your emotional field, to simply clear away all the trauma that is stored, no matter where it is rooted, from multiple roots together. You don't have to go and say, okay, I want to heal it from my ancestral root, I will heal it from my past life root. No, from all that there is, you heal it together in one go. Most of the time, what we've seen is for emotional issues or for mental issues like depression, schizophrenia, autism, ADHD, that's taking a little more time, say about 4 to 6 months. But other than that, for smaller problems, the results are quite quick. I haven't dealt with any cancer patients as of now with this. But even like for cataract, 3 sittings, the entire cataract was cleared. So they didn't have to go through a surgery. So this is the scope of working with EMRT. Now, if you all have any questions, please ask me before we move ahead, and I'll tell you about the learning opportunity about EMRT. If you all have any queries about the subject itself, please go ahead and ask. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि बहुत कुछ समझ में आ गया है? So for most of you, EMRT is not a new technique. You've all experienced it with me, especially Dr. Rupa, Anjali, Vandana, Sushma ji. कुछ बोलना चाह रहे हो सुषमा जी? अनम्यूट पे हो इसलिए पूछ रही हूँ.
अनम्यूट पे थी नहीं, अभी किया है मैंने.
अच्छा.
नहीं, एक्चुअली आपने बोला कि एक्सपीरियंस तो बहुत किया है. क्वेश्चंस कहाँ से आएंगे? बिकॉज वी हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड एंड वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि हाँ इट इज वेरी क्विक. क्योंकि मैंने तो कई बार मेरा एग्जाम्पल दिया है. वो जो पैटर्न था मेरा, लाइक मोर देन 35 years स्नीजिंग का, विच वुड गो फॉर 3-4 days, एंड आपने किया तब से मुझे लग रहा है 6-7 महीने से ऊपर हो गया है. गॉड ब्लेस. आई एम
God bless.
यानी 1-2 छींक आ गई तो अलग बात है, कभी कभार वो 3 दिन वाला चक्कर नहीं चलता है होल डे का. एंड वी वर्कड ऑन 2-3 इमोशंस आल्सो. दैट एक मदर वाला इमोशन था, समथिंग कनेक्टेड वूम्ब से, तो वो भी मेरा क्लियर हो गया था. सो या आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड एंड नो क्वेश्चंस, इट वर्क्स वंडरफुली. सो आई नो दैट.
Thank you, Sushma ji. Any other questions about the subject? See, now fundamentally speaking, for the EMRT program is for two categories of people. The first category is of course self-care experts. वो लोग जो लोग अपनी खुद की healing करना चाहते हैं. They might or might not want to use it professionally, but they want to use it for their family, for themselves, for the loved ones. The second category is of professionals who wants to upgrade to one single methodology which can take care of a lot of healings, which can take care of a lot of work. See, now there is a difference between talk therapy and EMRT. EMRT is a trauma release tool or a trauma healing tool, whereas talk therapy comes under life coaching and counseling. So it is not contradictory, it is complementary to each other. I mean, I'm a life coach, I'm a psychotherapist, and I'm using EMRT. So I can tell you one thing, if you take away all the ऊपर का सजाने वाला language, at core EMRT is a trauma healing tool. And trauma can mean any trauma from anywhere resulting into anything. ठीक है? मतलब I did a session with someone. They were getting into a lot of arguments with their mother every day somehow. And they said that this has never happened in our life. So we did one session with her. And at one point of time, she said, I feel as if something is poking into my body. Just a pin या फिर एक nail pin poke कर रहा है either in two places, the heart and the sole of her feet. So when you will scan her body, you will not see it anywhere in her body. You will not see it in her soul memory. It was in her auric memory of a past life. The only thing that needed to be done was release that nail and heal the wound caused by it. After 2 days, she called up, ma'am, everything is shant. No more arguments, no more fights, everything is changed. So कई बार चीजें इस तरह से भी उठकर आती हैं. Trauma can mean any kind of known, unknown trauma. Trauma which we have no awareness of at all कि इसकी वजह से कोई problem हो रही है. So we only start from what the body feels. We don't go anywhere else. And I'll be doing one small demo today for all of you after a few minutes where I will work with one individual and we'll pick up a common point for which is, mostly common for everybody. And when I'll work with her, you all are open to receive that healing also just by saying yes. But before that, let me tell you about the EMRT program that we are having in October. This is a residential retreat program. And before we get towards the program details, let's talk about how can you use EMRT. So For all self-care experts, anybody who's going to use EMRT for themselves, it's going to give you a lot of inner peace, of course, prosperity, good relationships. It will also help you to manage your emotions and get out of emotional triggers. It will help you to build up your own credibility as an individual and as a professional in any field that you're in. It will also help you to expand scope of your work in whichever field you go into. If there's any sense of confusion, any if there are multiple times in a day where you go down and then you swing in a mood swing, all of the ability to reset your emotions will come into you very fast. What is the problem? What is the true root behind your triggers, behind your responses and reactions will also become very crystal clear. Apart from this, you can work on your karmic and ancestral imprints, your womb imprints, your DNA karmic imprints. You can also deal with your epigenetical and DNA imprints. You can strengthen your boundaries, energetic boundaries, by working on your auric field. And remember, your spiritual healing starts with your emotions. So you also improve your spiritual health. For healers and practitioners, this is a very powerful new healing tool, which is like a one-shot solution to most of your problems. It actually will blend in all the layers of healing together into one space. Your results are faster, deeper, and it totally talks about, it unblocks you from all stubborn, irritating patterns that you can't get out of. It also helps you to shift your emotional loops instantly. And you can integrate it with any methodology you would like to, though very honestly, not much is needed. But you can. Now, here, so it, it also works on collective imprints. So, for example, if the Holocaust, or in cases of genocide where multiple people are working on structures. No, yes, Sushma ji, you don't need to go into stories at all. Here, there is no storytelling, there is no past, hunting for the past. It is just a simple process where the client can relax and just experience whatever he feels in the body. It will also help you to release all forms of stuck energy. It truly balances you at all levels of being, it aligns your levels of being. It works on your cellular memory and magnetic levels, which I've already said. And it gives you the potential to do global healings from wherever you are. See, the earning scope with EMRT for professionals is, of course, one-on-one clients, small group sessions like you'll be experiencing today. Then you can have special healing programs using EMRT. So, for example, EMRT for money, and you can have a 21-day healing package for that. Then distance healing sessions, or you can add it on, combine it with your various remedies and tools to enhance your income package. See, this is, by the way, this income potential is not my income potential. I am currently charging 4,000 for 30 minutes and 7,500 for 1 hour. This has been taken into account what minimum should be charged by anybody who wants to practice EMRT. So even if you charge 2,500 for a 30-minute session and 4,000 for a 1 hour session, weekly sessions आप 1,000 rupees per person ले सकते हो. आप अगर सिर्फ 15 client one-on-one के ले लोगे ना, तो भी you can earn very easily 1,12,500 in a month, even if you spend 30 minutes with a client. And in group healing sessions, if you have even, 4 sessions with 10 participants, that's 40,000 again. Guys, truly speaking, the income source or the potential of earning through EMRT is quite unlimited because of the quick results that it gives you and provides for you. Now, coming down to the practitioner and training and healing retreat, first of all, it's please look at the term practitioner program and healing retreat. It is for both the kinds of people, whether they want to heal themselves or whether they want to heal others, or if they want to do both. This retreat will be in Jim Corbett from the 25th of October to the 30th of October 2025, after Diwali and before the wedding season starts. The wedding season this year will start on 2nd of November. So we'll be using that 1 week gap in between to hold our retreat. It is a residential retreat, which means everybody will have to travel with us. We'll be going by coach from Delhi to Jim Corbett together on the 25th, with cars following us for those people who will be taking their cars. And family members are most welcome to join in this retreat if they wish to be a part of the retreat. Group packages or couple packages can be worked out. If they are only not wanting to be a part of the retreat, but they want to travel and stay at the hotel, my fee will be decreased and they'll only pay for the facilities like the accommodation, food, etc. What will you learn during these 4 days? So 25th, we'll be going from here towards Jim Corbett. 30th, we'll be coming back. 26 to 29, 4 days, what will you learn? We'll talk about how trauma activates and how psychosomatic learning happens in the body. See, as I told you, cellular memory, organs, bones, ये वो कहाँ क्या store होता है, ये होता कैसे? What is the science behind it? We'll talk about the principles of healing when you work through the emotions or the magnetic field. We'll also talk about the responsibility in trauma healing from the perspective of the client as well as from the practitioner. Forgiveness is a very important essence of trauma release, and I'm going to teach you all how to incorporate that. We'll also go back into how emotional conflict occurs and how to resolve it through EMRT. How to work with neurotransmitters, the nervous system, and the master cell. Now, one thing I want everybody to know is, suppose your neurotransmitter or your proprioceptor deactivates or disconnects itself from the body will lose all sense of memory, and it will not be able to sense what it is feeling. So for those, there are a lot of people, when they come to you for healing, they say हमको कुछ पता नहीं चल रहा है. In such a situation, the neurotransmitters and proprioceptors have to be again activated and reconnected, which is possible through EMRT. So that is something that we will learn. We'll also talk about how to untangle and transform emotional patterns, not just delete them, but transmute them into a positive pattern. Because kahin pe bhi agar ek vacuum reh jayega, a negative pattern or the same pattern can reverse itself back. We'll also work on root causes of emotional trauma across lifetimes. We'll be discussing about the entire body structure and how different parts of the body stores different kinds of emotions, memories, and impacts. We'll also be talking about karmic seeds and karmic patterns, and there'll be a complete list of what all you can heal from where. Then, of course, healing with ancestral imprints, how to lead one-on-one sessions with the proper structure, and how to lead group healing circles, which is very important because I have found group healing circles to be very beneficial for most people. And then, of course, what do you do? How do you integrate whatever you've healed post the session? What are the protocols that you should follow? What are the tools and techniques that you should give to your client? And I will also teach you the basics of those techniques. Anybody who will want to go into them in a deeper detail will have to go and do extra learning. But you will be given the basics of what to teach your client and how to deal with them. All of this we'll be doing. Apart from this, of course, early morning meditation, sound baths, EMRT training and EMRT healing for all the people who will be there. We'll be also practicing with group healing, remote healing practice. And the last night would be a certification ceremony with a gala party, as we always do. These are just some pictures and glimpses of how we enjoyed in our last retreat in 2024, where students from all across the world came in to learn the Advanced Moksha workshop. Now we'll come down to the fee. The actual investment is 1,44,000 plus GST. You can reserve your spots with 21,000. And this you can avail a very flexible EMI plan till September. From July till September, you can pay it in installments. However, there is an early bird offer. As per the early bird offer, you all can register till the 15th of July at 1,21,000 plus GST. Once again, you will reserve your spot with 21,000, but that's not all. From the 16th of July, we are beginning with a special set of group healings worth rupees 45,000, which will be once a week on Zoom for all the participants of this retreat. This will only be available for those who register till the 15th of July. After this opportunity will go away. And for those people who register post the 15th, you'll have to register at 1,44,000 only. No change there. So moving ahead with this, those who want to book can book their seats now. Those who have any queries can put your names in the chat, and I will connect with them tomorrow morning and fix up a time to talk to them and clear any queries or concerns that they might have. So I can't see you all. So please put it in the chat if you have any queries, if you have any questions or anything to go about. Any questions? Okay, I've got a question in the chat which says, how many types of EMRT will we learn? So EMRT is a technique which is variable. So which means that the technique remains the same, but you change it to fit into whatever shows up for you. Right? So there is no different technique. The technique will be a similar technique. How to use it will be varied, and there'll be about multiple ways. I mean, I don't know a count. I can't give you a specific count, but there are multiple ways of dealing with multiple things that we'll get into when we begin our healing journey in October. The next question is, what about families? See, if your families are traveling during those 5 days with you to the retreat, there are two things. One is that they sit in the classes with you. In such a situation, they would have to pay the fee. If you register as a couple or two people register together, then there is a 10% discount on my fee, not on the hotel charges, but my fee, which you can connect with me personally and find out. And if they are not sitting in for the retreat, my fee will be waived out from this 144, and they'll only have to pay for the stay, accommodation, food, taxes, etc. There is no online option as of now for this. This is purely like a physical residential retreat. EMRT will not go into online training ever, because the way you need to be trained, there is a different training technique for physical sessions, for offline sessions, and for online or remote sessions. And it is very difficult to teach how to heal if a person is physically present in front of you without you being present in front of me. So this cannot be taught in an online session, be it this year or be it the next year. So those of you who've left your numbers and names with me, I shall connect with you tomorrow morning. If there's any question anybody wants to ask, class, please go ahead before we start with our healing. No questions? Great. So 5-6 people have messaged me, and I shall get in touch with you tomorrow, not today. Now, we are going to, whoever wants to experience or become a part of my healing demo, please put in your name. Yes, Boski?
Yes, I want to.
Okay, so tell me switch on your camera first of all, please. Yeah. And
Can you?
tell me one thing, Boski, what is it that you would like to work with?
I'm like getting trigger when my children answer me back, when I feel they don't respect me.
Mhm.
So I want to work on that. I should not get trigger when they
So,
answer me.
okay, and how often do you get triggered when they talk to you or when they answer back to you?
Uh, Like I used to keep on nagging to them, ki do this, complete your work, complete your studies, exams are coming. So now that I've realized ki because I'm nagging so much, that's why they are answering back, because now they are responsible enough to understand their responsibilities. So it's me who needs to work on myself, so that like now I have to leave res- responsibility on them now. They are big enough to understand that one is in class 10, one is in class 7. So
Okay.
class 10, son started, and now my daughter is also copying my son, and she's also responding like that. So that's why like I felt ki now I have to be more calmer so that I respond, not react when they say something.
So again, my question is, how often do you get triggered internally, whether you react or not? How often do you get triggered internally or in a day?
Like,
आज कितनी बार गुस्सा हुए?
नहीं हुए.
कल?
Recently I did a parenting course, so that taught me to become little calm. So like I'm not responding from past few.
I'm asking you internally, how often do you get triggered? Internally, which means that
Okay,
अंदर तो आप upset
show. हाँ.
ना बाहर से नहीं शो कर रहे हो.
Mhm. Under actually upset like like a month back, I had a big fight in the house, and that's like every day hurting me.
Okay, so let's take that as a starting point and work with it so that we can measure it. Ki at the end
Yeah.
of the session, how much is the pain left for now? And
Yeah.
so I want everybody who wants to get the same healing done. We are going to work only on one case today, which is Boski's case. And case kya hai? That something that has happened in your life is hurting you every day. Something, anything, it could be a series of event or one single event is hurting you every day. So whoever wants to get this healing done, please switch on your cameras. I need to see you. Now, Boski, आप unmute पे रहोगे, and as I talk to you, you will keep on answering my questions. You will not open your eyes. You will sit with your eyes closed and answer my questions. Everybody else will also close their eyes and go back to that episode where you felt hurt and which is still hurting you in spite of all the work that you've done with it or in spite of all the letting go. It could be something very small and petty. It could be something very huge and critical. Kuch bhi ho sakta hai. It's your hurt. We'll work on it. No questions asked. As I will now, with this methodology, I need permission. So every time I will ask Boski, do I have your permission? Anybody who wants to take this healing will say yes. Okay? Please close your eyes, everyone. Sit back, sit straight comfortably. And I want you to just think about the hurt that you feel every day. And I want you to ask your body or yourself, where does it show up in my body? Where does this hurt show up in my body? And now I want you to feel it. Feel it fully. Experience it fully. Don't question it. Don't resist it. Feel it fully. Boski, do I have your permission to release this pain and the hurt that you're feeling from within you?
Yes.
Anybody else who wants to receive this can just say yes in their hearts. Boski, even you can say it quietly in your mind. It doesn't have to be loud for me. Breathe and integrate. Boski, how are you feeling now? With your eyes closed, just tell me what has changed with the feeling. It's not gone away, but where has it shifted or how was it? What is it showing now?
When I came on the call, I was feeling heavy both in my mind and in my tummy. But now, like, I feel lighter in my head, but still, like, I feel my tummy heavy.
Okay, and how is that heaviness? Is it like a pulsing heaviness? Is it like a stabbing heaviness? Is it like a stone rakha hua heaviness? What kind of
Yeah,
a...
kind of a stone.
So can I release this stone and take it away?
Yes, of course.
If anybody else wants to give me permission for this, they can. From wherever they feel a stone-like sensation of something pressing them down, somebody is feeling it on their heart right now. Please receive it. Breathe and integrate. Koski, how is it feeling now for you? What has changed?
I felt like something was going down my belly,
Mhm.
and it is like some part are still there.
Yes. And now, if you see this part, is it like a wall that is stopping you, or is it like, how does it feel to you?
It was like a big stone, and now that has stone, a little part is left.
I agree. Now, but tell me one thing now, this tone, is it trying to stop you? Is it trying,
From,
what is it trying?
from
From anything? Is it like a wall which is not allowing you to go out? Is it like something
yeah,
keeping you
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like I want to come out of this wall.
Yes. So can I release this resistance that you have to letting go?
Yes,
Breathe. Somebody is feeling a very, very struck, a very like something clenching just below your rib cage. Do I have your permission to release it for whoever is feeling this? Okay, Malini.
yes.
Yes, Oski, Malini ji. Who else? Okay. I'm releasing this for you, please. Breathe. Oski, how is that stone? How much of it is left now for you?
So tiny bits are left. Like small pieces are left now.
If you
Very small.
see these small, tiny pieces scattered everywhere, what kind of a shape do they take? Can you identify a shape?
They are like small pebbles.
Right. And these pebbles are there to bring you discomfort.
Yes,
Can we release this discomfort?
yes,
And any harm or hurt created in this lifetime or in another, stored in your cellular memory or in your karmic memory or your auric fields, do I have your permission to release them?
yes.
Breathe, Bosky. How much of it is left? Or is it all gone now?
all gone away.
Now, I want you to go back again to the pain or the hurt that you feel with when you remember that one memory, and how much of the pain is left from there.
Now, like, I feel it's gone.
Great. Perfect. Is there anything else that you feel that you need to get rid of in this moment?
Yeah, a lot of
I'm sorry, Boski, you'll have to repeat it again. We had a little power breakup, so I couldn't hear you.
childhood trauma.
Off? Okay, don't talk about it. How does it make you feel? Simply focus on how you're feeling with about it.
I'm not good enough.
Can I? And what will happen if you become good enough?
Will be successful.
So, can I take this desire to be successful or loved? Because when you have a desire, it means you don't have it in your life. So, you work from scarcity. Can I release it for you?
Yes.
And can I instill the belief that you already are successful and the program that success is there with you and that you are enough just as you are?
Yes.
Anybody else who wants to receive it, please do. Just say yes in your mind. Breathe, Boski, and tell me how is it changing?
Feeling like lot of vibrations in my brain. Something is going on in my brain right now to change that belief.
Right? And is it going away? Is it now moving out of your body in some manner?
Yeah.
Just breathe in a little more and allow it to release as much as it needs to before we move ahead. Breathe deeply, everybody, and allow this pattern to go away because this is a very common pattern for most of us. Breathe and release. Yes, Boski, tell me now. What's left?
I feel that because I'm fat, people don't like me. I'm not able to grow in my life.
So, can I take away this belief, the desire of not being liked, of being fat, of not being at peace with your body? And can I also take away any memory, any imprint, and the impact of the imprint, any episode that happened in this lifetime or in your past, or from any root in your ancestry or womb or genetics, which might have caused this belief in your life? And it's okay to cry it out, release it all out. It's perfectly fine. Just release it, let it all go out. Can I also imprint or instill within all of you the belief that your bodies are perfect just as they are, and they're perfectly in alignment with all that you need to be and do? How are you feeling now? Breathe, Boski, breathe. Breathe in and let it go. Let all the pain and the tears that you've not cried, let them go away. These tears were also a release from all the pain that was in you, trapped somewhere. Now it's gone away. And we're going to let go of all that is. What is left? You're having a headache right now? Is your head getting heavy? Can I release it for you?
My heartbeat is also getting faster.
Okay, let it get faster. It will settle down in 2 minutes. Just breathe and release and let it go while I'll release this heaviness in your head and settle down your heart rate. ऐसा लगता है बॉस कि anytime somebody talks about your fate, that you are just not worthy and that you need to hide yourself. Being seen is a threat for you.
Yes,
Can I release that?
yes.
Breathe, बच्चे. And release. How are you feeling now? Heartbeat is settling down. You can breathe better.
Yes.
Yes, now. Is the heaviness on your head gone totally?
My head is gone, like in the stomach. I feel like something is like going on like this. Something is moving around.
Spinning around like a top within.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I release this spin?
Yes.
You know what is stored within your stomach that is spinning is all the words that you've left unsaid about your weight. Of all the times you wanted to shout out and say, it's okay for me to be the way I am. You can't judge me because of how I look. I'm going to release all of it with your permission. Are you also struggling with acidity on and off? No.
No.
If it goes on for a longer time, you will. So let's release all of this. And can I instill it with whatever the divine wishes to imprint you with so that you can live a more balanced emotional life and
Yes.
have confidence on how you look and how you are.
Yes.
Breathe. Just breathe and relax. Let it all go. And see the spin is coming to a soft stop. Yeah? Are you feeling okay now? So now I'm going to help every one of you to clear your auric fields and seal them. And while I do that, please start grounding yourself into Mother Earth. Whenever each of you feels ready, Rub your hands together, put them on your eyes, and start coming back.
I'm having a heavy stomach ache.
I'll release it for you. Wait, Shilpa. Yes, Muski, how are you feeling now?
Very lighter.
Just have some water. Have a few sips of water. Shilpa, focus on your stomach. Breathe. And just let this, it's like a big fist in your stomach. Just let it go. Let it throw out, move out of your body. This is all the resistance that you're carrying to your own reality, Shilpa. Let it go. Yes, Lata ji. Please unmute. You'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm having a severe pain under my scapula, like shoulder blade, just under it. It's like stuck. Something is stuck there. It was not there initially, so later it just came like that.
Focus on it, please. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt you were stuck because of people supporting you? Too much of support or too much of, what do you call it, claustrophobia of because of excessive protection at any age in this lifetime or I mean, in any other, I'll check, but in this life, has it ever happened?
Protection or controlling, rather, that I have to be like this or that. It's like that, I feel.
That's what is stuck there. The sense of being overprotected. Okay, breathe and let it go. Shilpa, kitna is it gone now? I can't see you, but आप अंधेरे में हो ना, मेरे को पता नहीं चल रहा.
नहीं, अभी भी थोड़ा है.
थोड़ा है, कितना है पहले के कंपैरिजन में?
पहले से थोड़ा कम हुआ है.
अगर 100 था, पहले 10 पे था, तो अब कहाँ पर है?
I think 6, 5, 6.
Breathe, just breathe and feel. Breathe and feel. That's it. You just have to do that. Both of you. Lata ji, what about you?
It's still there, ma'am.
What extent? Exactly the same. Has it increased? Has it decreased?
Maybe a little bit, very less, 20% or something. Still, it's troubling me.
That's okay. Breathe, Lata ji. Shilpa, kitna bacha?
I think 3, 2, 3.
Now?
No, very little I can feel.
You're holding on to it, Shilpa. Let it go. This is your own holding on to that feeling. Just let it go. Send it out. Say, you've done your task and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now let it, I'm leaving you. Go back to where you've come from. Just release it. बहुत छोटा सा एक डॉट सा बचा है, उसको रिलीज करो. Gone now?
Yes, ma'am.
लता जी, आपका कितना बचा?
Yeah, ma'am, I'm feeling better now. Yeah, maybe 20-30% is only left. Before it was just 20% down. Now it's like very little less.
See, now it feels to me like a barrier that you've created for yourself so that you are not hurt in life. Or somebody does not exploit you or take benefit of you. I don't know if it resonates with you or not, but this is what's coming to me. Can I release this need to be protected all the time?
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody else wants to receive it, they can just say yes mentally and receive it. Now, Lataji?
Feeling better, ma'am. I think it has passed down to the, but it's not that bad. Just lower back
Stand up for a minute
somewhere.
and let it release from the body. It will go down to your lower back, and from your lower back, either through the root, it will fall out and go into earth, or from the soles of your feet, it will go into earth. So just give it a few.
Sure, ma'am.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe. Boski, okay now? Perfectly okay?
Yeah, fine. Thank you so much.
Everybody okay? Shashi ji?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Vandana, unmute. All okay? Great.
I feel like a little dizzy, as if I just got down from the roller coaster.
Are you
It's like,
feeling this, or are you feeling disoriented? Difference hai. As if whatever has gone away from within during this healing has left you without a clear way of being. Yeah, as if your brain does not know कि अब मुझे करना क्या है, how to react.
maybe, yeah.
ऐसा वाला situation लग रहा है कि disbalance वाला dizziness लग रहा है.
It's like the in the mind and the thought process
हाँ,
disoriented.
more like a disorientation of how the brain needs to now. See, now this is where integration comes into play. Can I clear this for you and remove the need or the desire to always know how to behave and how to be?
Yes, ma'am.
If anybody else wants to receive it, they may. Breathe. How is it shifting? Once you feel the shift, tell me.
I feel some settling is happening. It's like a spiral. It just
Moving.
trying to settle down.
Now breathe more. Breathe more. And see how much it settles down. And then tell me, kitna bacha hai?
I think 40% is left. Rest is settled.
And now I think more than a sense of disorientation, it's creating a heaviness at your temples.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah. Breathe. How are you feeling?
Much lighter and much settled.
But मुझे एक pressure feel हो रहा है यहाँ पे बिल्कुल third eye point पे. As if something is poking me. Is this from you or is this from somebody else?
I don't have that kind of sensation.
So whoever has it, please receive it. I'll clear it for you, and then Madhvi ji has it. I'll clear it for you. Please receive it. Madhvi ji, let it go. Breathe and release. Vandana, all okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Perfect. You're welcome. Madhvi ji, how is it feeling now? Unmute and tell me.
So it's okay because then finished I got that said
Okay.
something is special.
Now it's gone?
Good.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So this is how an EMRT session is essentially led. No storytelling, no kahani. Only you focus on what you feel in the body, and through that, you tap into all the multiple routes of creation of that point, and you just release it. Anybody would like to share their experience of healing, how it came out to them, and how is it different from what you've experienced earlier? Muski, I want your first of all, I want your feedback, because for you, we did the entire session based on you. So how does it make you feel?
Uh, it was like when I sat in the session, na, like when I started this session, I was like, "Ki, I have another session from 8 p.m., which I am regular with that coach of mine. But I messaged her at 8 o'clock, ki, I won't be able to join your class because I'm in another session. That time only I felt ki I have to, today my healing would be done. I got that message, and that's why I messaged her. Ki I joined. You came as a road opener for my success.
Thank you. And
So yeah, and I was like, I had that feeling only. Ki today my healing would be done, and then my road will open for my success, and I will move ahead in my life. So I have to be there in the session, and I have to tell my other coach that I won't be able to attend your session. Otherwise, in the beginning, when I joined, I thought I will leave at 8 o'clock. From 7 to 8, at least I should understand what it is about because it was a totally new thing for me. So that's why I came, and now I feel ki God wanted this healing for me. That's why you came as a angel in my life now.
but you know what? Thank yourself for being here, and thank the divine for healing you. I am only a channel. My work is not to heal you, it is to make sure that the channels of healing are open to you. That's my only work. So God bless you, and I hope all that you want, you'll get it. I truly.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else would like to share their experience of healing? How did it feel to go through an EMRT session? Shilpa's, both of them.
Yes, ma'am. When actually you were healing Bosky, whatever you told was resonating with me, and I was feeling initially very heavy and then felt like something released. And my stomach, yes, I feel maybe my own fear, I think, which I'm having, is coming in my way. So,
Okay,
yeah, I feel good release today.
great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Yes, the other one.
I think I started burping.
तो उस-
Before you started itself, I had to rush to the washroom because I think when you started itself, I was feeling very stuffy at that time. So I think for 2 minutes, I had quickly run.
Yes, I saw.
But the other thing is that, I will agree with the other Shilpa that whatever you were telling was as if it was happening with me and it was going one by one. I think I'm going to go to sleep very soon.
Yeah, please go and rest, because after a EMRT session which has truly worked, your body goes into a total state of relaxation, because जितना stress होता है वो उस moment के लिए खत्म हो गया है ना. Now go and rest, guys.
आप acidity बोल रहे थे ना तभी I mean like I just was stretching so that all the what happens is the body starts rolling, no? I mean, because I do also have a lot of acidity issues. The gas starts rolling on your back and stuff like that. Now all I was doing was sitting straight and I was burping and I was like, wow, nikal gaya.
Good.
But it feels, yeah, but I'm like almost,
Sleepy
I'm
now.
looking for dinner. I think I'm gonna go to sleep.
Who's feeling very, very like very happily relaxed, no, go and sleep. You won't sleep for a long time. छोटा सा nap होगा, but you will get up very, very recharged. If you want to get up, that is. And if you don't want to get up, sleep through the night. It's okay to avoid dinner one day. If you don't have little ones to feed, you all can take rest and wake up tomorrow totally refreshed. Because after taking I mean, after you go through a good EMRT session, no, जिसमें healing अच्छे से हुआ है, आपको नींद आती ही आती है थोड़ी. The body instantly goes into your rest and digest mode, and the body relaxes. So the parasympathetic mode flips into working action, and that's what's happening right now. Shashi ji, bade dino baad, how are you?
I'm good. Happy to be back. Good to see you, hear you, learn from you,
How's
get
Uncle?
healing from you.
How's Uncle?
Uncle is fine, just sitting beside me, quiet because I'm in the session.
Tell him a big hi from me.
राम राम जी
राम राम अंकल. राम
राम राम
राम राम अंकल. बहुत दिनों से आप लोगों को देखा ही नहीं.
It's always good to meet you, see you, be with you.
Same here.
Lovely session.
Thank
Even I was having some little pain in my left shoulder, and I felt maybe some responsibilities which I was feeling, which were actually not needed. Like I just had the feeling of being, carrying some responsibilities, and it went away. The pain first it shifted down to the elbow part, and then later on, when you were healing, I think, yeah, Bose K or Shilpa, I don't know. And it just went off. So I'm feeling much lighter and better in good space. Thank you so much.
you. Thank you. Anybody else, anything to share or ask, please do. Otherwise, we'll sign off for today. And for those of you who EMRT calls on to, I'll meet them in the retreat. Yes, anybody has any questions or sharings? So thank you, Madhuji, and thank you, Bharti ji.
Thank you, Shweta ji.
Thank you so much. So take care.
Thank you, Shweta.
Thank you. And I shall get in touch with those people who've left their numbers with me. The others, they know how to get in touch with me. If you all want to register, please book your slots and avail the early bird offer before the 15th. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Night,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Komal.
Night. Take care.
Thank you,
You
ma'am.
too. Bye.
Bye.